Tara Lee Patrick was born on April 20th, 1972, in Cincinnati, Ohio. From the moment she was born, I started taking pictures of her. And her mom, Patricia, I thought, God, this baby's beautiful. Patty came to the marriage with a few kids, Mark and Debbie, and we decided to try to have a baby, and that's when Tara came along.
Tara, being the only child of a second marriage, was kind of blessed with having an older brother and sister, but really I would say that older sister was like an extra mom.
Everybody's focus was on her.
She was the little baby of the family.
They were a family always on the go. They were very eccentric.
Her mom and her dad both were black belts in martial arts.
Mr. Patrick and Mrs. Patrick, in their white karate uniforms with their belts and their poles, they would just go to town. Tara loved watching her mom do karate.
Tara was always there with her mom right next to her.
Tara's mom took Tara to school and took her to dance class. She was in kindergarten when she started taking tap, jazz, and ballet.
The tap dancing part drove me crazy because he had a tap from one room to the other. Was click, 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 click. Can't you walk anymore?
Her first dance contest, she did Rod Stewart's Do You Think I'm Sexy?
She knew how to shake her little booty out there and wink at the audience. And of course, she got first place.
Tara, she went to the School of Creative Performing Arts from the age of 9.
The school was considered the crown jewel of Cincinnati.
It's just like the Fame School.
It was very, very privileged for anyone to go there. You had to have that special something.
She had it. She was born with it.
Her mother recognized very early on her specialness and really wanted her to become famous and not waste a minute of her life.
Her mother had this reputation as being fiercely ambitious for her, a stage mother.
Tara's mom and dad put up this big mirror and put the ballet bar up so she can practice.
And it was like, we're spending money on you to do this. You get down there to do it.
She was a very busy child.
She'd go to voice lessons.
Dance classes, gymnastics.
She was entering into beauty pageants.
She won Miss this and Miss that.
Modeling, commercials.
She did an Ivory Snow commercial. They had a great big blow-up, looked like an Ivory Snow. It was bigger than she was. She was always into something.
Any competition we ever put her in, she won.
When Tara was 13, she did a solo to I'm Going on a Manhunt. Yeah, Flashdance. And she was hot. She was fierce. Fabulous in the black leather and chains and crimped hair.
She just let the crowd have it, and they just went crazy. She just knew how to put on a show.
She always had that star appeal. People always thought she was someone. When we were teenagers, we wanted to explore more with our dance careers.
You know, that's when all the hip-hop stuff started coming out. Tara's father had a big system down the basement. He had the turntables and stuff, and we'd go down there and, you know, try to scratch.
She's like really into like rapping. She had an MC name, Sweet Tea.
We were so cool.
We would go to underage clubs and we just dance.
She ended up doing her little thing because she could dance her butt off.
As soon as she'd walk out on the floor and start dancing, people would just circle her.
People was just like tripping, like, okay, this white girl, this black girl, just killing it, killing it.
Like, do the worm. She'd do the worm on the floor. She could do everything.
We was just straight hip-hop junkies, that's it. We lived it, we ate it, we dressed it.
Tara always dressed kind of a little bit wild here for Cincinnatians.
The cat suit, you know, and the jet black hair and the makeup and the fake tan.
She always had to be perfect. She was like a little goddess in Cincinnati. I mean, that little girl had it going on from day one.
People could tell that she was different. Students from her school thought Tara was a little mysterious, and the boys were more interested in her than she was them.
I think relationships were the last thing she wanted to kind of keep her from her goal.
Dream on.
My only dream is to dance. I love to dance, where I can express my innermost feelings through movement.
We graduated from high school in 1990.
She wasn't an academic student.
Tara didn't go to college. I don't think school at that particular time is what her focus was.
After high school, she went to Kings Island.
Kings Island is a amusement park. It's like Magic Mountain, like the biggest thing in Cincinnati.
She did a magic show.
This crazy stuff happened at the little show.
They cut her in half a couple times. She got pulled out of the hat or something.
But she definitely had her eyes set on bigger and better things.
Tara always thought it was boring around Cincinnati because there wasn't enough action.
Being in Cincinnati, you know, you have no connections, nobody that's trying to help you.
Just like, get me out of here, you know?
It was all about performing and becoming famous.
There were 3 things that she wanted to do in life. She wanted to dance with Prince, she wanted to pose for Playboy, and she wanted to become a movie star.
If it was out there for her to grab, she'd grab it.
She had to drive. It was the most determined look I've ever seen on anybody's face.
She wanted everything. She really did.
Next, Carmen heads to Hollywood and meets her prince.
He was obsessed with the fact that he wanted her to look a certain way.
He would pay her surprise visits. I mean, I'm talking 3, 4 a.m. She was ready.